Hey, it's Mark Lenny with your video thought for the day. Well, we've got a brand new week and a brand new opportunity to focus on God a little bit each day. And I thought this might be a wonderful week to look at various names or titles that God has in the Old Testament. There are more than we'll cover in a week because I only am going to cover one a day. But this is a great opportunity to look at some really fun stuff. Uh, I'll start with maybe the most prevalent name that's ascribed to God in the Old Testament. Now, if we think of God as just a title, God is the kind of being that He is. Like I'm a human, He's a God. He's the God. And that's not really a name, though. So there's a name of God that has four Hebrew letters. They are the letter Yod, which is like an English Y, the letter He, which is like an English H, the letter Vav, which is like an English V or W, and another He or H. And a lot of people will say that name Yahweh or Yahweh, but a lot of people, especially practicing Jews, won't say the name at all for fear that you're transgressing on that commandment not to take the name of Yahweh, your God, in vain. So when translators of most Bibles translate this name of God in the Old Testament, they translate it as Lord, but not Lord in the sense of Lord so and so or Lord so and so, Lord in a very specific sense. So they'll use all capital letters, L, capital R, capital O, capital R, capital D, to signify it's the name of God. Now the ORD are in a lower font size, but it's all capital letters, and that's how you know it's the name of God. That name God gave to Moses on Mount Sinai at the burning bush when Moses said, well, they may want to know the name, if I'm going to lead Israel out and make them follow you, they're going to want to know who you are. What's your name? After all, the Israelites have been living for centuries in Egypt where there are more gods than people can count. So Moses is told by God, you can tell them my name is, and he uses those four letters. What do those letters mean? Those letters are likely an expression of the present tense of the verb to be. So it could be I am. We say likely because Hebrew doesn't have a present tense. Hebrew has two, in a sense, tenses or forms that we call tenses, but it doesn't have what we would consider a classic present tense. And so it's a wonderful expression for the name of God because God really is the present tense. God is present every moment. God is the reason any moment exists. If God does not imbue each moment with existence, everything would evaporate. God gives meaning. God gives purpose. God is expressed within each moment of our lives. The question for us is, do we recognize that? Do we see God as a God of the moment? Yes, he's God of the past. Yes, he's God of the future. He's the one who was, he's the one who is to come, but he's also the one who is present in this moment. So I urge you in your day to day to think about the God who is present in each moment with you and around you and about you. Chew on the God who is there right now. And that's why I've made this your video thought for the day.